on, y'all? Welcome to Lisa's Real Spill. Y'all know what we do over here. We just keep it real. We keep it simple and we keep it real. Y'all know what time it is. So before we go into it, like, share, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell. Make sure it says all. So hopefully when I go live, you'll get notified. What it do, y'all? What it do? I hope y'all had a fantastic day. I really do. I had a great day. No, I'm not going to complain. I had a great day because I woke up this morning. I'm alive. I'm breathing. I'm well. All praise to the Most High. Yes, all praise to the Most High. Yeah. I am breathing, up and living, you know? So I wanted to talk about something with y'all on tonight, on this morning, rather. I don't know why my thing keep acting like that. I try to fix it. I don't know why I keep doing that. My avatar comes up sometime, right, when I go live, and then sometimes it won't come up. I got my bonnet on and stuff because I'm ready for bed. But I don't know why this acts like that. I really don't. I hope everybody can hear me real good. Even though my avatar not popping up, I hope y'all can hear me good and everything, okay? We're going to discuss being a grown-up. And I want to talk about it because I run across so many people who, they're grown, but they don't act like it, okay? And it goes back to what I be saying in some of my other videos about healing, right? Sometimes we grow up and the people that's responsible for raising us don't teach us right. They didn't teach us what we needed to be taught, okay? And so then when we grow up, we are missing so many things, okay? And that's why you see so many people being disrespected in relationships, in marriages and stuff like that. You see people being just totally disrespected because some of them are broken and damaged, and some of them are very immature, right? They need to grow up. Even though see, just because you're grown in age doesn't make you a grown up. Let's start there first, okay? Just because you're a grown up in age doesn't make you a grown up, okay? It's things that come with being a grown up, all right? Like responsibilities, okay? Responsibilities. That comes with being a grown up. And remember I said to y'all in some of my videos, I said, you should always be evolving and elevating. Let me show you something. Let me tell you, this is a good topic right here. Because I want to bring that in for a second. This is what I'm talking about. When you were grown up, right? Hello, Adora Bell. I hope I'm saying your name right. Hello. What you mean no? What no mean? Anywho, I hope y'all can hear me. Can y'all hear me? Put a 1 if y'all can hear me, please. But anyway, let me tell you something. When you're a grown up, right? Even though, thank you, even though you a grown up, some people got some things missing. Maybe they wasn't taught right coming up, right? It's some things missing. And some people is just immature. Even though they may be 30 years old, but they immature as hell, right? Because they got some growing up they need to do. And that's why it's important to evolve and elevate, right? Because even though you may be missing some things and you don't, act like a grown up is supposed to act, if you allow yourself, if you do some reflecting on yourself, right, then you can allow yourself to evolve and elevate. You understand what I'm saying? And so that's why I always say that's very important, because you should always do some reflecting on yourself, and you should always be evolving and elevating. And if you're not, there's something wrong with that. Okay? But let's go back to what I was saying. I see so many people who don't act like grown-ups. I'm talking about 30, 35, 40, 45, right? And it's sad. It breaks my heart. It really do. Because at some point in your life, you should recognize what's going on with you. At some point, okay? You should recognize that, oh, it's something going on with me. Why am I acting like this? Or, like, you need to be paying attention to what you're doing and how you doing it, because it's something wrong with that. When people are 30, 40 years old, 45 years old, but they acting like they missing some things, something missing, and they not acting their age. It's something wrong with that, and it's sad. It's really sad to see that. It is. Because now listen, like women, people say that women is more mature than men. Okay, they mature faster than men. Okay, and to a certain extent, I can go along with that to a certain extent, But the time that we're living in today, okay, something is off. Something is off with people. I'm talking about women and men. I ain't discriminating. I'm talking about women and men. And I ain't talking about everybody, right? But from what I see, it's something wrong. Something ain't right. Because when you reach grown-up status, thank you, baby. Thank you, Alternative Lucas. Thank y'all for being here. I appreciate you. When you reach grown-up status, right? And I'm not talking about age, because age don't make you grown. I'm talking about when you start handling responsibilities, right? Paying your bills and, being responsible. If you got children, taking care of your children and stuff like that, right? I call that being a grown-up. Okay? But we have some people out here who don't take care of their children. Their children is basically taking care of themselves. We got some who have fathers, but the fathers is not involved either. They might pop in every now and then, but they not really involved like they should be. It's something wrong with that. It is. It's something wrong with that. Because if you don't have the tools that you need and you're a grown up and you got children, that means your children is going to be messed up too. Because they don't have nothing to go on. When you look at their parents, they don't have a whole lot to grab hold of. Okay? Because looking at their parents and the fruits from their labor doesn't leave their children too much to grab hold of. You understand what I'm saying? And so that's a problem. And I think that us as being some of us OGs need to step up and have conversations. That's why I talk about some of the stuff I talk about on this channel, because some things need to be discussed, I'm not blaming anybody. I'm not pointing fingers at nobody, okay? But some people are not grown ups. It's just the truth. Some of them like gossiping, they like talking about people, you know? And it's just, it's not a good look. It's not a flex, okay? Just like, okay, when I was growing up, men didn't get involved in women's stuff. You know what I mean? Oh, you 10. Okay. Well, hang around because I'm going to teach you some things. So hang around anyway. But, you know, I lost my thought. Golly. Anyway, what did I just say? Oh, oh, when I was coming up, men didn't get involved in women's stuff. If we was arguing, if the women was having an argument or something, men didn't get involved in it. They didn't. As long as we didn't just get ready to start fighting. If we got ready to start fighting, then the men would step in and break it up. You know, y'all ain't gonna be out here fighting each other. Y'all friends, y'all work it out. You know, they wouldn't let us fight. But as far as getting in it and making the situation worse than what it is, they didn't do that. They didn't do that. And but today you have some men who is worse than the women. They gossip and talk about stuff worse than women do. Like, I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. I really don't. I really don't get it. And like, a lot of the OGs are scared to speak up and say something because the children are so disrespectful. And I'm not saying everybody, okay? But where I live, a lot of the kids are very disrespectful. They don't have any respect for themselves, and they don't have any respect for elders, you know? And so now the OGs don't really want to even deal with the kids. They don't want to say nothing to them because they don't know what type of, you know, what's going to happen. They don't know if you know, they might have to end up, you know, doing something to them or something. You know, they don't know what might come out of it. And so now that's where it's at today. The OGs don't really want to say nothing to the younger people because they so disrespectful. And it's really sad. It really is. And I'm going to tell you something. I always say that that disrespectful stuff started somewhere. Started somewhere. Huh. And made somebody ask, I wonder where it started. 9 times out of 10, it started from home with the mom and dad. Some of the people that I talk to, they don't have dads in the home. And a lot of times, that's why the kids is off the chain. Okay? Because I'm a firm believer that you don't have to be with their father, but the father needs to be involved. Mommy and daddy need to be involved. Like, seriously. I always felt like that. When I had my child, my son, when I started having children, their fathers would come around. Okay? I didn't have a problem with them coming around. Yes, come on. Come. I need help. Come. You know? I ain't had no problem with letting my children father come around. I ain't had no problem with that. And that's what we, you know, that's what we got to get on that page again, y'all. Where Some of these mothers gotta stop acting up, acting crazy. Hey, I know some of y'all gonna get mad with me when I say what I'm saying, get mad with me for saying what I'm saying, but I gotta speak the truth. I gotta come with the truth. I gotta speak the truth. And some of y'all women be tripping is the reason why some men walk off and they don't wanna be involved. Because some of y'all really, really be tripping. You know, I have to keep it above. Some of y'all be tripping. Not all of you, but some of you do. And it makes the fathers not want to be involved because as soon as they come around, it's a bunch of arguing and fussing and stuff like that. And they don't want to deal with that. They just want to come and be involved in their child's life. And they should be able to do that. They should not, you shouldn't have to go to a courthouse and get these people in your life in order for y'all to work things out. It shouldn't come to that. Okay? And I'm telling you straight, I stand 10 toes down in what I'm saying. You should not have to go to the goddamn government in order for you and your child's father to raise your children. It shouldn't even be like that. Because let me tell you something. If you start acting right, okay? If you start acting right, you will be able to get more from him than you would going down there and messing with the courthouse. Let me repeat that again. If you start acting right, you could get more out of him and get him to do more, without getting the courthouse involved. Yeah. See, some of us women, some women wanna control stuff. They wanna feel like they in control. And some men not gonna let you do that to them. They just not gonna let you do it. Some women are disrespectful to their child's father. And some men is not gonna accept it. But if some of y'all will just pipe down a little bit, pipe down. It's not that serious. And think about the child and stop thinking about yourself and being selfish, you know, because you're really thinking about you instead of thinking about the child. Okay? And let that man come and do what he's supposed to do, and let it be that. Let me tell you something. Me and my true father, we used to hang out together. We used to take the kids out together. Yeah, that's what type of relationship we had. I didn't give a damn. We wasn't together no more. I didn't care what he did. He could have his woman or whatever. And if I wanted to have my man, I had my man. But when it came to the children, we took care of the children. Yeah, we did. Yes, we did. Yeah. And I got more from him doing it like that than I would have got if I had took him down to the courthouse. I got a whole lot of more. Oh yeah. Because see, a man feels threatened when you start getting the courthouse involved and shit. They feel threatened. They feel like we like back in slavery or something. You know what I'm saying? They might not say it, but they do. They do. They do. Because they feel like it don't have to be like that. And it don't. It don't have to be like that. Even if you got to get a third party involved. like the grandmother, you know, or aunt or uncle or somebody to be the narrator between y'all, then do it that way. But both parents need to be involved. And I feel like when you start having babies, it's time for you to grow the fuck up and be a grown up. That's just the way I see it. When you start becoming responsible for another life, it's time for you to get your shit together and become a grown up and be responsible and think and do things the right way. Yeah. Yeah. That's the way I feel. That's the way I see it. That's the way it should go down. You know what I'm saying? Because once you start making babies, it's no longer about you, baby. It's no longer about you. It's about the child. It no longer has anything to do with you. With y'all, rather. With the mother and the father. It's about the child. What's best for him or her. But some of us get caught up because we have other things on our mind. Like our hair, our nails, our feet got to get done. You know, you want the handbags and this, that, the other. Come on. You supposed to take care of that. Once you and your child father done split up, he don't have to buy you nothing, and he don't have to give you nothing. He has to make sure that his child is okay. He ain't got to do nothing for you if he don't want to. And you don't have to do nothing for him if you don't want to. But some women do be trying to do that. Because y'all be wanting the money. That's why some of you be going through the issues with y'all children's fathers. Because y'all want the money. You don't want him doing what he got to do for the child. You want that money in your hands. And then you get mad because he don't want to give it to you. Because he wants to spend it on the child. Mm-hmm. And I'm just saying, y'all, some of y'all got to grow the fuck up. And start being adults. Because that child needs both parents. I always felt like that. A child needs both parents. Not one, but both. Because girls, they be wanting their daddies too. Some girls like being a daddy's girl. And our boys definitely need our fathers. Because having a boy around a woman all the time, they pick up ways of women. You understand what I'm saying? They pick up ways of women. Yeah. They pick up our ways. And that's why they need to be around men. Okay, thank you. Thank you for being here, Adorbella. I hope I'm saying your name right. Adorbell. Thank you for being here, baby. I appreciate you. Y'all, please hit the like button. And, of course, subscribe to the channel. Y'all know y'all like me over here. Subscribe. But, yeah, I just think it's important that we stop, at some point in your life, you got to start being responsible and doing what you're supposed to do as a grown-up. And some of us, man, We out here on a wing and a prayer, for real. We like 40 and 45 years old. We still acting, very immature. We still don't have it together. And that's just not a good look. That's not a flex. And I'm going to tell you something else. I said I wasn't going to talk about this, but I'm going to say it anyway. Social media has ruined so many of us people. It really has. It has. It has ruined a lot of us. It really has. Because we use it, and a lot of people use it for all the wrong reasons. Seriously. Some of us use social media and we use it for all the wrong shit. We really do. And it's messed up. It's really messed up. For real. I use social media, but I use it to make money off of it. I use it to spit knowledge and wisdom. You see what I'm saying? I don't just be on here scrolling. No. And I don't be on here trolling people. I don't do no shit. Like, I ain't got time for that shit. On here trolling people. What the heck? Mm-mm. 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 And let me tell you something. Oh, excuse me. I was wetting my whistle a little bit. Let me tell you something. I done seen some older people on here doing some crazy stuff. Like, seriously. It was mind-blowing. It was mind-blowing. It be some older people. Like, people be older people. I'm talking about my age. On here doing some crazy stuff, man. It's sad. It really is. It really is. It shocked me. Some of the stuff I end up, not I don't be looking for it. I just happen to stumble across stuff, here and there. Excuse me. And so I've seen some older people on here, on this internet, doing some crazy stuff. Saying crazy stuff. Like, I'd be like, wow, are you serious? Man, I don't know. I don't know. I don't. Because that shit is crazy to me. Like, it be some showing up OGs that be on this internet doing some crazy stuff. It's just, I don't understand it. But then again, I do understand it. Because people like that, a lot of times they are broken and damaged. Seriously. And that's why they do those things. That's why they do what they do. Because a lot of times, they are broken and damaged. And they need help. They really do. They be needing some help. But you can't make nobody do nothing. You gotta want to do it. You gotta want to make that change. I can't make nobody do nothing. You gotta want to do it. And I'm telling you, some of y'all really need to do it. Y'all need to change your life. Cause when I see some of the stuff I see, excuse me, and then I look, and it's an old person, I'd be like, what in the world? Like, I mean, I just don't understand it. I don't. I don't be understanding that. Like, seriously. That's like on my TikTok one day, right? I had posted something. I can't remember what it was about. And some woman came in my comments and left this damn near paragraph in there. And at first I wasn't going to read it. And something said, read it. So I read it. And she talking about my mother. She went into talking about my mother. And the video I did, excuse me, the video that I did, it wasn't nothing. Let me tell you something. I don't put stuff on the internet going after nobody. You understand what I'm saying? I will speak my opinion, and it's just that, my opinion. But as far as me getting on the internet going after somebody or trolling somebody, I don't do no shit like that. That's not part of my character, okay? When I come on here, I try to talk about things that I can help somebody. You understand what I'm saying? That's what I do. That's what I do. When I come on here, I talk about things that can help other people elevate. Okay? I try to give people something to think about so they can change their self. You know, work on changing their self and being a better person. Okay? That's what I do. I don't come on here trolling. I don't come on here talking about this one and talking about that one and stuff like that. No, that's not me. That's just not who I am as a person. And so she came on my video. I don't even think she listened to what I said, because the way she responded, it didn't even make sense with what I had said in the video. But at the end of the video, at the end of what she said, she started talking about my mother. Right? My mother's deceased. But she started talking about my mother. And it triggered me. It did. It triggered me. And so at first, I was going to go in there and cuss her out. I was going to give her one of them old-fashioned cuss outs. You know? One of them country cuss outs. But then, after I got on there, something changed my mind. Okay? And I decided not to cuss her out. Okay? But I did say something to her, and I put her on blast. Yeah, I did. Yes, I did. I took her comment, and I made a video, and then I let the people know what she was saying to me. And that she was talking about my mother, who is deceased. Okay? Yeah, I put her on blast. I sure did. And pinned her video right at the top. And some of my supporters went after her. Yes, they did. Yes, they did. Because they know, for the ones that's been following me for a while on TikTok, they know I don't bother nobody. And when I come on there and I do my videos, a lot of time I'm coming from a place of wisdom and knowledge, okay? Because I have a lot of it, because of the things that I've been through in my life. And so I like to share that, because you never know who you helping. You know? You just never know. By you sharing your wisdom and knowledge, you don't know who you helping. And so that's what I do. When I do videos, I'm coming on there with some wisdom and knowledge. Because I got so much of it. Like, seriously. Because I just, you know how you've been through a lot in your life, and you done straightened your life out and stuff, and now I want to share with other people what I did, how I got to where I'm at today. You know? And so that's why I do the videos that I do. That's why I talk about the things I talk about when I come on here. Because a lot of times it's needed. It's needed to be talked about. You know? Well, yeah, it was crazy. And she was an older person, right? And she had to know to come on my chat and start talking at me and then talking about my mother and carrying on. I said, when I went to her chat, when I clicked her thing and went to her page and seen her, I was like, oh man, boy, oh boy. Mm. I said, Lord, help me, please help me, you know. But my intentions was to curse her out. I'm telling you, I would have cursed her out so bad, she'd got off that internet for a while. She probably would have went somewhere and cried when I'd have finished with her. Because the things that I was going to say to her, all of it was going to be true. So I know it was going to hit home, you know. But something said, don't do it, don't do it. Something kept saying, just leave it alone, Lisa, don't do it. But I'm a firm believer. The Most High Yah don't like ugly. Okay? He ain't all that keen about beauty. So yeah. Yeah. Hey. She'll have some stuff that'll come back knocking on her door. Let me tell you something. Everybody that bothers me, right? Something ends up happening. Every time. Every time somebody cross my path and they cross it wrong, something ends up happening to them. Yes, it does. I don't be done nothing. I don't do nothing. But I'm a firm believer that God does not like ugly. He doesn't like ugly. He doesn't like people doing things to people. You know, mean things to people. He don't like it. So when you do something to me, I don't get upset with you. Most of the time I look at you and smile. Oh yeah. And I let you go and have your moment. Because I know what's coming down the pipe. I know what's coming down the pipe. Oh yeah. Excuse me, y'all. See, you gotta learn how to stay in your lane and leave folk alone. That's what you gotta learn how to do. That's what you gotta learn how to do. That's why I talk about loving yourself, learning how to treat yourself, because what happens that is when you do that, when you take and work on you and fix you, guess what happens? You learn how to treat other people. Now that you done did the work on yourself and you got you together, now you know how to treat other people, right? Now you know how to love on other people because now you done learn how to love yourself. You see how that works? But so many people, not all, but so many people do not love themselves. And that's why it's so much going on. You got to learn how to love yourself. You do. You do. You got to learn how to love yourself because it all starts with you. It really do. If you don't take time out to love you, it's listen, I'm telling you nothing but the truth. You gotta fix you. It starts with you. You can grab a man up quick as you want to grab him up. But it will never completely work. Unless, I don't know. I ain't gonna say that. But yeah. I just don't get it. Some of the shit I see, man, I don't get it. I don't even get it. Even when I was out there using, right? I ain't do the shit that I see some of these older people doing. Seriously. I never did it. I didn't. I did not know that, you know, I didn't know. I really didn't. That's crazy. I tell you. Some of us, though, we got to get it together. That's for sure. And learn how to be grown-ups. Age and having babies doesn't make you grown. It don't. It don't. That don't make you grown. Because you done spit a baby. And, you know, that don't mean shit. Honestly speaking, it don't. You have to learn how to be a grown-up. A grown-up. Being responsible. Handling your business and stuff like that. That's what you gotta learn how to do. Seriously. Hi Shub, Ham. How you doing? Thanks for being here. Yeah. Y'all please hit the like button and of course subscribe to your girl channel. That's all we do over here. We just keep it real. That's all. That's all I do. I talk about real life shit. You know what I mean? Because I feel like that's something that we need to hear. We need to be touching on real life shit. There's a lot going on out here. There's a lot going on out here. We at fucking war. And some people still sleepwalking. You know what I mean? And when I say sleepwalking, that means they unconscious. They don't even know what's going on. They don't even know what's going on. That's crazy. I keep my head on the swivel. You hear me? And I'm always finding out what's going on. I always want to know what's going on. Because you need to know. There's a lot going on in this world right now. You need to know what's going on. I was just looking at this story yesterday where they hung the boy in school. He was a second grader, a little tiny boy. And he went to the restroom. And some big kid was in there. And he took and hung him in the bathroom. Man. Woo. I was crying hard. And it wasn't even my child, but I was crying hard. Do you hear me? Because I look at stuff like this. My grandson go to school. And my grandson is tiny. You know what I mean? And so I'm just stuff running through my head. And I just had to sit down and get myself together. Because stuff was running through my head. You hear me? And it wasn't even my child. But just the fact, I can only imagine what that mother and father felt when they got that call. And then they said they lied to the parents and told the parents that he had choked off of some food. That he had choked off of some food. And then when they got there, they noticed he had, burns and marks from whatever he hung them with. And they say the boy told him, this what we did to y'all back in the day. Yeah. He sure did. That's what he said. Yeah. I was like, damn. Yeah, that touched me deeply. It really did. It really did. Because I always look at it as though, damn, that could have been my grandson. You know, that's how I look at things. I don't never think that something, will skip me by. You know, I just don't. And it did. It really bothered me. And put me in a, I don't know. It put me in a bad place, I'll tell you that. And I haven't made with you. I don't know. It just bothered me, y'all. It really bothered me. It did. It really bothered me. And I broke down. I was just crying. I was talking to my son on the phone, and I was crying so hard. I had to eat the vitamins. I said, no. Excuse me. Excuse me, y'all. Yeah, I'm telling you. Sometimes, I don't know if any of y'all understand this, right? But sometimes I feel things from other people. Like they don't even have to be around me, but I can feel it. I can feel what they are feeling. I can feel what they going through. Like I've been doing this for a long time. I've been able to do this for a long time. Yeah, I remember I was young and something happened and it occurred, and then I went to my mother and asked her what was going on with me because I didn't understand it. And my mother was like, even if I told it to you, you wouldn't understand it. She said, you just gonna have to go with the flow. And as you go with it, you will understand, you know, what's going on. So yeah, oh boy, I tell you, the world is so wicked. It really is. But I can feel that shit it as if what was going on happened to me. Yeah, I've been like that like I said, since I was young. You call it what is it, an empath, empath? Some people say empath, some people say imp. For short. It's a good thing, but it can also be, how can I put it? It's a good thing, but it also can be hard on me. It sometimes it's hard for me because like that situation, I felt that even though I wasn't there, his mother and wasn't around me, I just felt what she felt. I just felt that. It was crazy. It was crazy. My son said, "Man, get it together, get it together." But I really felt that. That thing went deep. I was just crying so hard. I couldn't get it together for a while. Because that little boy is tiny, just like my grandson. And I was like, Lord, I don't know what I would do if I was in their shoes. For real. Whew. I'm going to go back and check it out because I was trying to see if the mother was going to come out and say something. Because they said the mother and the father was hiding. They was hiding that they didn't want to come out and talk about the, about what had happened. So you know how that go. Yeah, the mother and them, they didn't speak out and they wanted to stay anonymous. They didn't even want nobody to know who they were, So I don't know what that was all about. Because I would have been all over the goddamn internet. Justice for my baby. You heard me? Oh yeah. I'm serious. And I ain't gonna say that. But Listen, a whole lot of things would have been happening if it was me. No joke. No joke. I'm telling you, I would have flipped out. Seriously. I would have flipped out. I ain't joking. And then they lied to her. They lied to the mother and them talking about he choked off some food. And then they get there and their son is unconscious and he got rope marks around his damn neck. Are you serious? Mm-mm-mm. I ain't gonna talk about it, y'all, cause I'm getting worked up. I'm gonna stop talking about it, cause I'm getting worked up, and I'll be on here crying in a minute. Yes, I'll be on here boo-hooing hard. That was crazy, though. Yeah, every time I look up, somebody's losing their life. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy. That is really crazy. Yeah. I don't know why my thing won't act right, y'all. My avatar won't come up. I don't understand that. Sometimes it'll work for me and then sometimes it won't. That's crazy. Yeah. But it's a and then I know y'all heard about the girl that they found uh they said she was chopped up in the car, in the boyfriend's car. Did. And she had been in there so long she had started stinking. I said, Lord, take the wheel. And now they saying they done found a second body. And he's acting like they keep saying he's cooperating with the police. But basically they saying he's acting like he ain't did nothing. So why is people coming up, you know, I don't know. I don't know. I really don't know. But that's crazy right there. Found her chopped up in his car, and how they found her was she started stinking. Yeah, she started stinking, and they that's how they discovered her body and stuff. Cause you know how a dead body is. Dead body stay out long enough in the heat and stuff, it starts to stink, right? That's how they did her. Oh, yeah. I don't know. The world is very wicked, y'all, and y'all gotta be aware and paying attention to your surroundings and everything. Like seriously, because the world is nothing like it was. For real, yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know, y'all. I just don't know. But I know it's a lot of wicked stuff going on out here. I know that. I tell you. But you know, in life you gotta keep going. I gotta keep pushing. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. But I tell you, I just don't know. Yeah, 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 yeah. That's crazy. I tell you now. Uh. Woo. Well, I'm getting ready to get off here, y'all. I'm going to bed. I couldn't sleep at first. I wanted to come on here and just talk to y'all for a little bit. Just to get some things off my chest, that's all. I should be able to lay down and fall to sleep. Oh, yeah. Because I'm tired. You know how you start getting tired at first? When I first got on here, I wasn't tired. Then I was up and I couldn't go to sleep. And so I said, well, let me go on and talk to my friends for a while. My family. I call y'all my family. Because I have family, but it's like they distance. We all distance, like, so you know how that go. But my other brother, he's not into that, you know, all that, I said my brother, didn't I? But yeah, I'm getting ready to go off here and go to sleep. I started to come on here and have a pajama party tonight. I started to say, come on, y'all, let's have a pajama party and go to sleep. Let's talk till we go to sleep. I might do that one night. I might do that with y'all one night. Come on here and have a little pajama party. And we stay on here and talk until we go to sleep. You know, come on here late at night and we stay on here and talk until we go to sleep, fall asleep. Would y'all like to do that? I wonder if y'all would like to do something like that. Have a little pajama party on here. I think that would be fun. And we just talk about different stuff and let people come up and talk and stuff like that. Yeah. I think that would be fun. I've been trying to work on my channel a little more, you know, find a little different stuff to do on here. I've been thinking about looking at, you know, just to, I don't know, just to change the vibe some. I done came up with a few things, but I don't know if I'm going to do that. I'm not sure. But if y'all got some ideas, please share them with me. I would appreciate it. If y'all come up with some ideas, you know, let me know. Or I tell y'all what y'all can do. Like if it's something in particular y'all want me to talk about, then put it in the comments and so I could talk about it. You know what I'm saying? We can do that. We can start out with that right there. Put it in the comments. No, I didn't see this comment. He said, imagine getting disrespected in 2025. You're saying if you're a grown up and not a grown up. It's saying like if you're a baby, you're not a baby. What? I didn't see that comment. I missed that. What? What is he talking about? What is he talking about? You know what trips me out? I'm gonna say this and then I'm out of here. You know what trips me out sometimes? It's how people come to your chat, right? They come on your channel. And if you're not interested in what somebody's saying, then 86 your ass. You know what I mean? Move on. Keep it moving. If people talking about something and you're not interested, then just keep it moving. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't have to stay around because, you know, somebody's talking and you're not, either you don't understand what they're saying or you're not interested. If you're not interested, then just leave. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about when I say be a grown up. Be a grown up. That's part of being a grown up, right? You don't come to people's chat and try to talk smack in people's chat and then leave, you know. No, you don't do that. If you're not interested, then you roll out. Roll the hell out. It's just that simple. But you don't some of y'all trip me out coming to people's chats and then the stuff that you say don't even be making sense. It don't even be making sense. You leave a comment that don't make no sense whatsoever. Like, that's crazy to me. You don't like what I'm putting down? 86 your ass right up out the chat. That's all you gotta do. Keep it pushing. Keep it pushing. That's all you gotta do. It ain't hard. That's what I'm talking about when I say being a grown-up. Some people don't know how to be a grown-up. You understand? You come in somebody's chat and you talking smack out your mouth that makes no sense. It just don't make no sense. What you're saying. I'm like, serious. That's what I was just talking about. Being a goddamn grown-up. And stop acting like a child. You know? Leaving something in the comments like that. That comment didn't even make sense. That's why I didn't see it. I'm glad I didn't see it. Because it made no sense. It really didn't. Being a grown-up, it's like not being a grown-up. It's like saying being a baby and not being a baby. What? What the hell is that? Man, I tell you, man. People be tripping. People really be tripping. Oh, I didn't see that. She said I can't see. Yeah, I know y'all can't see me because I don't know why. My avatar thing that I be using, when I put it up there, sometimes it'll show and sometimes it don't. I don't know why it does that. I don't understand why it does that. I'm ready for bed, y'all. I got my bonnet on. See, let me show you. See, I got on my bonnet. I'm ready for bed. You see what I'm saying? Right? And usually I can put my thing down and it'll show. But for some reason it won't show. I don't understand that at all. I don't know why it's doing that. I really don't. I don't know why it's doing that. That's crazy. Let me see something. It's still not acting right. Yeah, so y'all can hear me. That's why I just left it like that. I don't know why it does that. It won't show up. My avatar won't show up on the screen. Now, it was on there before I clicked the live button. It was on there. But once I clicked the live button, for some reason, it went away. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know, y'all. I don't know. But I'm getting ready to get off here. I done stayed on here too long. Oh, I've been on here an hour already. Oh, my goodness. I don't usually stay on here that long. I usually try to stay on here like 30 minutes. Because I don't like making videos too long. Because people don't have, they can't pay attention to something but so long. You know what I mean? So I figure 30 minutes is decent for a live video. About 30 minutes. And I get up off of here. But I let the time get away from me tonight. But it's okay. It's all right. But y'all, hey, I love y'all. Y'all keep y'all head on a swivel. Stay prayed up. And look, like, share, comment. And make sure that you hit that subscribe button. You know what I'm saying? Because some of y'all be watching me, but y'all not subscribed to my channel. But y'all be watching. I don't know why y'all don't just go ahead and subscribe to the channel. But anywho, I love you guys. I enjoy coming over here being with y'all and stuff. I'm gonna try to start doing uploads. I'm gonna start doing an upload and then going live, like that. Because I enjoy coming on here. I enjoy reading y'all comments and stuff. I just enjoy being with y'all, you know. And I like coming on here, sharing wisdom and knowledge with y'all. You know, I like coming on here, having little talks and stuff. So yeah. So if y'all got something in particular y'all want to talk about, let me know. I will talk about it for you. If it's something you want to talk about, you know, you want me to talk about. And on that note, I love you guys, and I'll see y'all on the next one. I'll holla.